This one in particular is a pleasant sound to me, and it became pleasant after listening to the computer game Pong for just too long a period of time, and I started really appreciating the sound of a real ping pong ball.
This is what you do when you get a box full of crystals at a garage sale. And I'm particularly proud of the fact that it's attached to foam, which makes it easy to travel with it without them breaking.
It's a double dog approach. Double dog. Domestic. It needs an amplifier because it's so quiet. Gets strapped on here.
That would be very difficult.
I'm particularly interested in human and social affairs, and that makes it important to make a distinction between that a monkey knows how to ride a bike in the circus tent, and the understanding of the one who learned him to ride a bike. Yeah, who really had to understand how to do that. And I think that these are two very different modes of understanding.
So you're sort of suggesting also you can do something, ride a bike, but the ability to abstract it, the ability to abstract it, is that what makes it an understanding?
Someone else.
To be able to teach it, or to be able to embody it in a system, or to abstract it.
Yeah, I think
riding a bike is a really good example. You know, I mean, I've met very, very few people, and bike riding was one of the things I actually covered in my PhD, just on the side. I know very, very few people that actually understand how the bike is ridden.
Yes. Are you throwing up hypotheses at a very small age, and each time you act to see, is there a guess that you're making about it? Or do you just do things at random and see what happens? How do we deal with, I guess it applies to situations that we don't understand.
It's not all that action up to them or the next actions, it's the moment of thinking about it. I've taken a snapshot that I understand, but then you go ahead and do whatever you're doing again, and you're not thinking about understanding.
I'm thinking of physicists, for instance, Newtonian physics. Was that people were absolutely certain that they understood things according to certain principles and can change the laws of physics. And then along comes Heisenberg and...
Are you ready?
Is this the spiral group?
It is.
Yeah, that is.
Can you tell?
Can you tell? The spiral. No,
What's spiral?
Each group would be invited to spend no more than 10 minutes sharing what they have done. When all of the groups have shared, then we will have an opportunity for questions. But we're looking to have questions that illuminate the pattern, that apply to all the groups and to the ideas that knit them together.
We each told our own stories about acting. The focus of our discussion, we realised, was around motivation. What is it, why is it that people act? What are the things that cause people to choose to act in the world? What are the different sources of motivations that people have?
One of the reasons why people
need to act in the world, choose to act in the world, is because they're interested in the world, interested in understanding. If you're going to say what is the nature of acting, and therefore what is the nature of understanding, then you have to make sense, first of all, of the why, of what it is that drives people to act. And so even if this is incomplete, the thing that I hope that I would like to drive home as a kind of takeaway point from our group is the importance of understanding motivation, the importance of understanding what is the purpose for which people are acting.
more relevant.
Nice.
Grey.
Believe.
Smile.
Patience.
Cybernetics. Turning pages.
Ideas and
experience.
Learning.
More cameras.
There you go.
Crossed legs.
Tripod.
Conversation theory and across map.
Feedback.
Particularly interesting about something.
We had a discussion about whether learning was linguistic.
Therapist.
And so, at least for me, the verbalizations and the action were related to the themes of the discussion about acting and understanding.
Is a clear goal important in getting understanding? Then making mistakes is essential, obviously. The role of mistakes and what you see as a mistake are absolutely crucial. You are active and passive at the same time because you play, maybe playing with others. Acting and doing concerns the how, whereas understanding might be about the why.
Learning, which happens all the time, every time we adapt, and when we intentionally seek out to learn. That's a distinction that I wanted to make clear. I would also add here that, which Michael didn't mention, the group, I would just characterize the group as ending in disagreement.
So do you not think that they're synonymous?
I do not.
No, I don't.
I see learning as an interpretation over time of increasing competence, and understanding be an evaluation of competence at a particular time, an attribution made by whoever is observing that circumstance and seeing that appropriate behavior.
So for me, it is being involved in the action and the learning and the understanding that I get from considering and doing, acting, learning and understanding, that is for me the benefit and the reward.
One I call comprehending and the other I call procedure building. The two models are isomorphic. We use different labels for the same processes. We make similar distinctions in our models. We label them differently. So we're going to come away with our own different understandings of how we wish to use or choose to use the words, acting and understanding and learning.
Hearing everybody else's description of the understanding and the learning and the acting